In today's episode, I'm going to explain to you how to use social media captions to literally convert people into your funnel or to get them to leave the app, to click the link in your bio, to buy from you, to schedule from you, to sign up for what you're selling. Captions has been tripping people up, but after today's episode, I got you covered.
I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast.
Welcome back to Monetize with Marcus podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Y. Rocha. You're stuck with me. But every episode, we want to make sure that they are short form episodes to give you some practical strategy on how you can immediately begin to monetize online selling digital products, courses, and programs, even if you don't have a lot of followers. So, what's been tripping people up? I don't know if it's you, but I know a lot of people who spend a lot of time, almost like that person who, I'm making up a name, that Miss Nancy said, "Hey, little Johnny, I want you to read today." And he's sitting there, that's how people act with captions. They spend hours, they don't know what to say, they backspace. They would post more if captions were easier. So I want to show you how to stop using Drake lyrics. Like, come on, you're too old for this. You're running a business. You got to stop stealing Drake lyrics and Googling song lyrics. Or the funniest person is that person who does a lot of motivational quotes. That doesn't work when you're trying to convert. You want to have meaningful conversations in your captions. Yeah, that meaningful, let me say it again, conversations in your captions. Let me look at this camera. What do I want to do with my captions? I want to have meaningful conversations with my captions. So a person needs to hear your voice, your tone. It shouldn't sound like a term paper. You shouldn't be talking in third person as if someone wrote the caption for you. You know how you go to somebody's website and they have Marcus Y. Rocha is a prolific speaker. No, talk about yourself. I've been able to speak and help people around the world. Like, speak first person to the people. Like, talk to the people. Okay? So, what is the strategy? I want to give y'all this secret thing that I probably shouldn't even tell you. Like, this right here, this is my mom and daddy's secret sauce. Okay, it's not really my mom and daddy. Okay, I'm a little country. But this is that secret sauce that I probably shouldn't even tell you, but I'm going to give it to you. When you're talking about captions, there's a few things you want. Number one, you want to call a group of people out. Why do I want to read it? How do I know if it's for me? So something in the very beginning of it emojis don't always do this. You want something that pulls them, whether it's a question, a statement, something that piques their interest. Why I stopped cheating? I realized that it was never going to give me the result I wanted, and it just wasn't right on multiple levels. And now it's not as if I've cheated on a girlfriend. I wouldn't do that. My integrity is intact. But I have cheated on my dreams. I have cheated on my vision. I have cheated on my business by doing things that directly goes against what I promised myself I'll do this year in my business. If you're anything like me, you get caught up and carried away with scrolling when you should be working on sales. You're caught up with it. See, that's caption. That's a conversation. That's a conversation. So let's just say I posted me on stage speaking, still shot photo with a microphone. What can I say that now makes the caption make sense? See, here's what I like to do. I like to take everything that I do and make it about my actual business. I don't care what it is. If I'm hanging out with my mama, so happy I got a chance to hang out with mom, and I'm going to tie it into a story. I'm going to tell a story, and then I'm going to sell the story. So I'm going to tell a story of something and sell the story. See, captions, in order to get people, must call a group of people out, that they hear their name. They hear something about them in your story. If you make it all about you, the person is not, unless they're completely absorbed with you. I mean, if you're Drake or somebody, they'll read it. If you're Beyonce, she can talk about picking boogers. And people are like, oh my God, B picked up boogers. I just love the honesty. Like, it hit me in my heart when she said how she used her pointer finger. She was pointing to her brain. Y'all crazy. Y'all need Jesus and counseling. Okay. But most people aren't interested in just hearing these long-winded things about you. So what I would say, here's that secret sauce. That wasn't it, calling a group of people out. The secret sauce to captions is to use transformational announcements, not just statements. So let's say person one is about to launch something in 2 weeks. If they launch just the image, the idea, the flyer, that's the last bullet. Let me give you an example. It's as if you have a 6-shooter gun and someone breaks into your home and you fire off 6 shots and you say, pow, I'm warning you, don't come any closer. Pow, shoot off the second one. Pow, shoot off the third one. Pow, shoot off the fourth one and the fifth one and the sixth one, and the person then kicks down your door. You're left holding a gun with no bullets in it. When you're launching something and want to use captions, you also have to think about what is the image accompanied to it. If you launch a flyer for something, that's your last bullet. What you want is a narrative, a story to bring them into why it should be important to them. That starts first. Why you did it. What was the process associated with the emotion? How they can do it too. How are you inspiring them to take action or to utilize what you're doing? So Marcus, what's a transformational announcement? I'll use this quick example. If I'm having a conference to empower women connected to a product I released, and let's say the product I released is a book that talks about mental health. So that's the product I'm releasing. The people that I want to help are people who are dealing with mental health. If I just launch that thing with a book, and in the caption I talk about, in my book, I go into detail about the importance of mental health and how important it is that we take back our power, we regain our blah, 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 blah to access prosperity, right? It's all about the book, it's all about the person. Versus, I know a month out that I'm releasing this book, 2 months out, I'm releasing this book. Why don't I just start telling the story? I just start telling people all about the process of my mental health and what I did to overcome it. I start taking portions of the book and of the chapters and start having meaningful conversations in my captions using photos, images, videos. I start showing my morning routine, things that I'm reading, books that I love, people that I love listening to. By doing that, I'm grabbing a group of people that are interested in me. They now see their life through the lens of me. Yeah. That's what it's about. You normally resonate with people that make you feel this part of you is connected, like they understand you. You never met them, but you feel like y'all friends in your mind. See, captions have the power to do that. Words have a power to do that. So here's what I would say to you. Transformational announcement now speaks to, instead of saying, when you buy my book, same example, you will get access to a free PDF copy, a signed copy of my book. You will also get an ink pen, a t-shirt. You will also get access to a private group to be able to discuss your ideas with other people. Womp, 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 womp. Now, those were great statements of what you get, but they were not transformational announcements of what happens after I read the book. So what you want in a caption, especially if you're trying to sell something, is what will be the transformation as a result of the book. So instead of talking about the title of my book is blank, what's the transformation? Instead of saying you'll get access to a Facebook group, you want to talk about what will be the transformation of the Facebook group. If you're a fitness enthusiast and you say you'll get access to my meal plan, what does the meal plan do? Transformational announcements is how you announce what the transformation will be if a person purchased from you, live with you, rock with you. That's one thing that captions do for you. Now, the other thing that captions does, if done effectively, it allows you the opportunity when you get to another level in business to test out your ad copy. It also allows you, can I tell y'all what we do? We take captions from our social media and turn them into emails. So I work once, but utilize them. So now a caption turns into an ad copy, also turns into multiple emails. Because now we have the ability to break it up and to nurture people using that one piece of information. So this has been an episode explaining to you the power of a caption and how you can begin to use captions in a much better way to tell stories, but most importantly, to have meaningful conversations. I want you to think of it just like you're talking to your homeboy, your homegirl, but also be strategic on making sure that you can point to the transformational announcement and never post a caption without a clear call to action. What should they do after they've read it? Don't give them a bunch of them. Some of y'all out here talking about comment this, click this, type this. You sound like two hops this time. Everybody clap like right hand green, left hand right. Give them one clear call to action. And ladies and gentlemen, you will see a drastic increase in your conversions and your captions. This is another episode of Monetize with Marcus podcast. I hope you have something now that you can begin to drastically grow your income online, even if you don't have a lot of followers. You don't need a lot of followers, but you definitely need a follow. I'll see you in the next episode.